Now another conversation. BBC introducing. For people who don't know what BBC introducing is, BBC introducing is basically a show on BBC radio platforms where they would introduce a emerging artist, up and coming artist, somebody new, somebody fresh. They have supported artists like Ed Sheeran in the past. And they play their songs on the radio to say, "Oh look, we got an emerging new talent, yada yada yada. This tune's fire. Listen up, yeah." They're about to cut shows from 32 to 20 shows. So let me read this now. So the BBC has confirmed rumours that it is to cut back its slate of BBC introducing programs. The nationwide regional radio arm offers platform dedicated to unearthing emerging musicians. Previously, 32 of the BBC's 39 local radio stations helmed their own introducing show. This should be cut to 20 shows, although the frequency of broadcast will double to twice a week, giving up-and-coming musicians a bigger platform and audience than ever before, the broadcaster said in a statement. So basically, they're basically saying, listen, even though, we're cutting shows, we are going to do two a week now. Therefore, you get more listeners, more audience, apparently, with less stations doing it as well. So, or less shows, should I say. So, instead of 32, 20 shows. Listen, up and coming scene is a very interesting for me within the UK. I don't know how much support they really give. Now, there's a thing where for me, I feel like you get more support doing it yourself on social media than you do from platforms like BBC, Capital, Represent. I mean, Represent does pretty decent, I guess. I mean, they kind of work a lot more with up and coming artists than most other stations. But in reality, I just don't really see where the support really is like that. I feel like people like me or other artists who really try to put up on underground scene do way more than you lot, and we're not even a bigger platform. So I don't know. I'm in a situation where the fact that they're cutting shows, they're now claiming that it's going to be even better by cutting shows, which is okay. Depending on where these stations are at as well, because you got to remember it's 32 shows. They now cut 12 of them. We don't know where those 12 were before, right? It might be not very good. Those 12 might be very important to those artists, not the other 20. You know what I'm saying? So explain to me how that's going to be improved, but whatever. That's what they're telling us. I honestly stop relying on radio. Stop relying on radio. Having your song played on BBC Introducing don't mean shit. I'm sorry. I just have to tell you the truth. I was talking to a girl I did an interview with not long ago about BBC Introducing, and I was like, yeah, how did it feel to me? Like, she was gassing, it's cool, like, and I get it. I mean, it's a question I have to ask because she was a new emerging artist, and I didn't have much to ask, so I asked one of those questions. But in my head, I was just like, bro, listen, radio is cool. I work in radio. I'm a radio presenter. So I know what I'm talking about. But listen, like radio's dead. Like we need to stop this narrative that radio's still a thing. It's not. You might have a couple of radio personalities in the streets doing their thing. Yeah, it's cool. Like, bro, radio's nothing. Like, radio's now is just cool for DJs. Do your little 1-2 set. If you're a presenter, go there and just patch up your game and go get a TV job or something. Like, radio presenting is literally not. It's not a job anymore, bro. Like we're not using radio as our day-to-day job. It's a thing on the side. It's everyone's thing on the side. Everyone's main bag isn't radio. Unless you're like BBC and you're some mad celebrity with like 1 million followers, and you know what I mean. Unless you're one of them niggas, then yeah, you're cool. I really want to do that, but yeah, like honestly, I just don't. Honestly, radio ain't it. And the thing is, obviously, with the PRS and stuff, get that sorted as well if you want to put your music on there and get a little band, whatever. And that's only for like big station anyway, because most stations, they don't make money. Let's talk about it. The industry at the moment for me is in a very interesting place. I think the UK has kind of got a bit stagnated. Stagnated, is that the word? Stagnated, yeah. It's popping. It's not really as popping as it was before. The numbers aren't the same as it was 3-4 years ago for me personally. I think pop slowly just coming back and taking over the UK at the moment. I also believe all the big rap stars that we love um, aren't hitting the same anymore. You got Stormzy, who at the moment is number one. He's like our Drake. Unfortunately, I don't really think he's anywhere near Drake level, but he's like our Drake in terms of America. Um, he's kind of staying there, but even his numbers, if you go on YouTube, ain't the same. He's not doing 40, 60, 70 million. It's like 2, 3 million views. Like they're not, you know what I mean? They're not great. Um, um, you got Dave's been silent for a bit. You got all these like TikTokers that kind of drop their tune. They just drop on GRM daily anyway. I think one of them calls like Steps. Like he ain't like doing great. He ain't like what is he charting? I don't know. He ain't doing great though. KSI's kind of running the scene as well, which is a bit sad. Like KSI, like you know what I mean? To say that he's running the scene, that's crazy. Um, like the hip hop scene is not where it was. So I don't know. It's a very interesting place right now when it comes to the hip hop scene at the moment. Um, I do want to say this as well when it comes to musicians as well, especially within the UK. Um, I feel like a lot of you aren't doing like unique music. I feel like everybody just kind of takes what's hot and runs with it. If you're talking like rap, drill, um, you lot just sound the same. Like you don't sound that different. You know what I mean? You lot all sound the same. You lot might have different accent, but you just sound the same. The music is very the same. I wouldn't even say the music is meaty because I like the music, right? And that's not even an issue. I like the songs. They just sound the same. So I don't have to listen to half of these artists. I listen to one or two that I like, and then the rest of you are just dust to the side, really.